Hello everybody, this is Fernando for the latest Urban Legends video. Once again, I'm back here doing another new video for you guys and gals. This one from the urbanlegendsonline.com website. This one having to do with an urban legend that seems like everyone has heard of back when they were youngsters. I know I've heard of similar urban legends back in my past. Some of you might have as well. I'll give my own experience just a little bit later after this presentation is done. But let me know what you guys and gals think. When you hear this information here, you'll realize it's one of those things that everyone seems to have some sort of loose experience on. But again, more on that here in just a moment. There's two of them with regards to this video, both of them having to do with similar topics involving bullying and those involving children and in school. The first one is called Bullies Butcher Boy in the Bathroom, and the other one is called Heavy School Books. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's share the information on both. Again, I'll give my own experience in terms of these urban legends. Let me know what you guys and gals think too. So the first one again is Bullies Butcher Boy in the Bathroom. Here's what it says. Down here in Jamestown, there are a bunch of stories about the old Pine Haven School. One story I heard creeps me out and makes me glad I'm a girl. They say one day a geeky boy went into the boys' bathroom alone. While he was washing his hands, one of the school bullies walked in and decided to play a little game. He and his buds snuck up behind the boy and pushed him hard into the mirror. They never planned on what happened next, but when the kid's head was bashed into the mirror, a piece of glass went into his neck. He turned to face the boys, grasping his bleeding neck, and then slowly slid to the floor. The bullies watched in horror as the gurgling sound stopped and the boy died at their feet, his blood mixing with the running water. They didn't want to get caught, so they tore up the floorboards under the sink where the kid stood and then stuffed his body in a hole and covered it up. The school is abandoned now, but you can still go tour it. If you go into the boys' bathroom and stand at the sink and look at the mirror, you'll see the kid behind you. He'll take his revenge and he'll push you into the mirror and then you'll die. Then he'll drag you with him down under the floorboards and you'll never be seen again. And again, the next one is called Heavy School Books, and here's what it says. In my school, there's a legend about a girl who died in the girls' bathroom. Beth wasn't popular, and she didn't have any friends. The populars would always bully her, but she never told anyone about what they did or how they tortured her. One day after school, she was fixing her hair in the girls' bathroom mirror with her heavy, hardcover school books on the floor at her feet. One of the girls that bullied her walked in and, without warning, picked up her books and then hit Beth in the head with them. The blow cracked her skull, and as she fell, she hit her head on the sink and died before her body hit the floor. The cowardly bully girl dropped the books, ran out of the bathroom, and never told a soul about what happened. When the night janitor found her body, she became scared for her job and didn't know what to do. She dragged Beth's body through the halls and hid her in the basement. It's supposed to be down there somewhere to this day. If you're daring, go into the girls' bathroom and stand at the mirror with your school books on the floor. Look in the reflection and say, Beth, I know who killed you. I heard that she'll appear and hit you with your school books. No one I know will try it. And then that's it. That's everything associated with these two urban legends. So let's talk about them here. Isn't this again one of those stories almost like that everyone has heard, that they've always heard about? Obviously, like lots of bullying going on within schools, especially when you're young. But there's also the idea that sometimes things go too far, and then you hear about circumstances. Maybe not as far as these two examples in terms of both of the children obviously having horrible fates that happen to them, but you've heard variations of this bullying, and in some cases, like in my experience, you hear where it ends up being like a ghost story. So yes, kind of like with the second story especially, and then the first one as well, there's the idea that whatever happens to them, it causes them to become ghosts, and then they in turn haunt that particular location. That's my experience that I've heard with one of the schools nearby where I used to grow up. Never went to that school, but I've heard stories that there's a ghost of either a little boy or a little girl that roams one of those that location, one of the bathroom areas there. You have to go there at night. You have to basically be walking around, and then you'll see or hear this particular ghost. I have no idea what caused the ghost child to become a ghost child. I have no idea like what the story was behind that, but that's apparently what haunts that school. Of course, you can't really go there and do like a ghost hunt because it's still an active school, and there's no way anybody's going to let you be able to ghost hunt there at night. But there's plenty stories associated with that urban legend, at least in my local area, with regards to that school having a heavy haunted experience involving either a ghost boy or a ghost girl that once again roams one of those bathrooms there. Does anybody else have that type of particular experience as well? Anybody know about another haunted school from their past that knows about a ghost boy or ghost girl that happens to haunt that location? If so, please post it in the comments. It's again one of those things where it just seems like everyone has heard a variation of these urban legends and knows a location associated with it. And so if you do, then please post them below. All right, everyone. Thanks again as always. Take care.